Okay, a very good afternoon, girls. I hope you are all fine. So hereby I am sharing the screen related with the chapter, the Ailing planet, chapter number 5 from Hornbill with you all. So hereby I am sharing the screen. Please let me know whether you all can see the screen properly or not. It will be processed very soon and I hope you all can see it. Okay, fine. So now I am about to share the note that I will be discussing with you all. Yes, dear students, please confirm me whether this note is visible to all of you. Can you all see this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank
Yes.
you. Okay. Thank you so much for your answer. Now let me move on for your feedback. Thank you so much. Now before that, I guess there is someone on the line. I guess Sanjana joined us right now. Yes, very good afternoon, Sanjana. Welcome to the class. Good afternoon. I am dealing with Ailing planet. So I am hereby discussing the some important from the note part, and then I will be side by side moving on to the text. Okay. So let me come to the note part first. Yes, this is the note part related with the Ailing planet, and I hope it is clearly visible to all of you. It is written the Ailing planet, the green movement's role. In the particular title only, it is very much clear that what we are about to read, or rather to say what we are supposed to read. It is Ailing planet and it is related with the green movement's role. That is the movement of the role of the environment. Okay, that is something very, very important. Okay, now the Ailing planet, the green movement's role. Okay, now let us move on. Look at the introduction part. The introduction part has been provided here. I hope you all can see it. See, basically in this chapter the author talks about the deteriorating health of the earth, okay, and the factors that are responsible for its declining health. That is something very, very important. Okay, I hope there is someone on the line. Just let me add. I think Priyanka joined us right now. Yes, Priyanka, good afternoon. Welcome to the live class. Okay, so let us move on then. Yes, so see, basically this chapter was written on November 23rd, 1994, and it was written and the source material is the Indian Express. Okay, and the chapter was originally written way back in 1994, but since it is read even now also, it is very much socially relevant. Even in the year 2021, it is very much socially relevant. Okay, and here basically when we will be reading the chapter, you will get to know that Nani Palkhiwala raised many issues regarding the declining health of the earth. Okay, that those factors are very much relevant even now also. The issues that he raised way back in 1994, to be honest with you all, those issues are very much relevant even now also. As human beings have been exploiting natural resources for decades, the condition of the environment has become critical. Yes, since we are the most rational creatures, we are the only schooled creatures in this world, but unfortunately, despite we are the most intelligent creatures, despite we are the most rational creatures, despite we are a part of nature, we are exploiting the natural resources for decades at our will. And ultimately what is happening to the environment, the condition of the environment has become very, very critical, very, very critical. Okay, in 1972 the green movement helped environmentalists to raise awareness about the harmful condition of the earth. Obviously remember, in 1972 the Green Party was formed. Okay, and it was formed in New Zealand. Okay, wait, let me just I guess there is someone on the line. I guess Gargi joined us right now. Yes, good afternoon, Gargi. Welcome to the class. Okay, so let me move on. in 1972, the Green Movement helped environmentalists to raise awareness about the harmful condition of the earth, and since then there has been no looking back. Remember, it started officially, the movement in order to protect, preserve nature, movement in order to protect environment and ecology. It started in 1972. And after that it never looked back since. Okay, that means from 1972 it gained mass popularity. Mass awareness was generated way back from 1972, when for the very first time the Green Party or the Green Movement was founded. The writer also focuses on overpopulation. The writer focuses on deforestation and what should be our responsibility towards the environment. That is also something we get to know. And our country is vastly affected by overpopulation during those days also, even now also. Deforestation, or we can say, dear students, in other ways, illegal cutting of trees, illegal felling down of trees. Okay, that is deforestation. That is also our country is suffering from that also. And obviously we are very careless. We don't have any sort of responsibility. We don't show any sort of responsibility towards the environment at all. Overpopulation, deforestation, if we don't control and curb all these things, then obviously we can't be a developed nation. Okay, we can't be a progressive country in the world. If we have to be a developed nation, if we have to be a progressive country in the world, then obviously we should curb this particular population explosion factor, or what we call overpopulation. Overpopulation is there, poverty is there, deforestation or illegal cutting down or felling down of the trees. These are very important factors that ultimately led to the destruction of the environment. And not only that, even humans' progress is hindered also. It is restricted because of these factors like poverty, overpopulation, deforestation, all these things. Okay, so any doubt up to this, any confusion at the back of your mind, any questions you want to ask me up to this, you can ask me. Any doubt, or shall I move on to the next segment? Will I move on to the next segment now? That is the explanation part related to the text but given here point wise. Shall I move on to this, or is there any question you want to ask me related with the part or the intro part that I discussed right now with you all? Is there any doubt? Prerna and others, is there any doubt up to this, or is it clear to all of you? Okay, fine. Okay. Thank you for the feedback. Now let us move on to the explanation part, the Green Movement. Okay, this is something very important. The Green Movement. Okay, the writer discusses the Green Movement which started in 1972. Remember which country it started? It started in New Zealand. And it has brought a change in the perception of people, okay, regarding the environment. Perception means previously our thought process was something else, but after this Green Movement, our thought process, or there is a shift in our mentality. Yes, we have to protect the environment. That became our topmost priority. I hope Shreya joined us right now. Good afternoon, Shreya. Welcome to the class. Okay, so let us move on.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon. So yes, so just a minute. So yes, so let us move on then. See, the Green Movement, it started way back in 1972 and it started from New Zealand. And remember, slowly and slowly it gained momentum and this movement became hugely popular. Okay, and never ever it looked back. Okay, it became very much popular. See the writer here, remember the name, it is Nani Palkhiwala. Here discusses about the Green Movement. Remember the Green Movement which started in 1972, it has brought a change in the perception of people. Perception means in the ideology, in the thought process of the people regarding the environment. The writer extends a profound insight. Profound means something that is deep and intense into the current scenario, and briefs and change in the perception of the societies from a materialistic view to the comprehensive and ecological view of the world. It states that humans are now worrying about the environment. Previously, our mentality was not like that we have to cooperate with nature, we have to develop in a peaceful coexistence with nature. We every time used to compete with nature. Not only that, our viewpoint was very much materialistic. But now the most important thing is that our viewpoint related with nature has now underwent a transitional change. What it was previously, it was mechanistic. Now it has become much more ecological. It has become much more holistic. Okay, HOLISTIC. Holistic means taking from the overall perspective. Okay, see now, the writer extends a profound insight into the current scenario and briefs the change in the perception of the societies from a materialistic view to the comprehensive and ecological view of the world. Previously, we never used to worry about nature. We used to exploit the natural resources at our will. But now we have realized that excessive using of natural resources can harm us, and also it can give a big threat to the future generations also at the same time. According to this perception, our planet is considered as a living organism. People consider it as having its own metabolic functioning, just like all other living entities. This is something very, very important. Just like in case of a living organism, the metabolic functioning and other vital processes are to be taken care of. The metabolism rate, the metabolism functioning, the other important vital processes required for the smooth functioning of a living organism has to be taken care of. If that is logical, scientifically and biologically, then if we consider the entire world as a gigantic or as a vast living organism, then obviously its metabolism and its vital processes are to be taken care of. Okay, it is our responsibility, it is our moral responsibility, it is our ethical obligations that we have to be the responsible trustees and stewards of this planet Earth. It is our responsibility to protect and preserve the other living creatures, to protect and preserve the environment, to protect and preserve Mother Nature. Okay, and not only that, but also the plant and the animal kingdom to a great extent. Okay, see, up to this it is clear. Any doubt you can ask me, or is it clear to all of you? I am then moving on to the next important slide. Is there any questions related with this part? That is just now I have discussed the green movement. Is there any doubt, any confusion at the back of your mind related with the green movement, related with the transition, or related with the shift in the human perception? Is there any sort of doubt in your mind? You can ask me questions. Is it clear to all of you? Have you all understood up to this? Shall I move on?
Sir.
Okay,
Yes,
fine.
sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, that's good. Okay, thank you for your feedback. Okay, thank you everyone. So now let us move on to the concept of sustainable development. Remember, the concept of sustainable development, this term was coined way back in the year 1987. Okay, the term sustainable development was used by the World Commission based on environment and development. Remember, this term was actually been used by the World Commission. The World Commission that was based on environment and development. It defined the idea as the development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their needs. It means that we should pursue development for our present needs, but at the same time we should also be careful about the needs of the future generations as well. See, sustainable development, what is the core concept, what is the important, what is the significance of sustainable development? It means the equal distribution of natural resources. Okay, we have to equally and very tactfully we have to utilize the natural resources, thinking in our mind obviously of the big picture. Okay, we have to think about the big picture also, and by big picture I am referring to the future generations, dear students. We should be very much concerned about us, definitely, but at the same time, dear students, we should be very much concerned about the future generations as a whole. Okay, that means we have to utilize it in such a tactful manner that we should keep in mind that the future generation, they will be dependent on us. So obviously we should use it, the natural resources should be used in such a way that they should also receive the ample amount of natural benefit from the world. Okay, they should not be cheated in any way. Okay, that they should not lag behind. Okay, the future generation should use the natural resources. Okay, it should cater to all their needs. Okay, we should take care of that. Okay, not only for us, definitely we will be taking care of our own generation, but definitely about our present generation we should be taking care of it, but related with our future generation also we should take care of it. Okay, it means that we should pursue development for our present needs, but at the same time we should also be careful about the needs of the future generations as well. This is something very, very important, that we should pursue development of our present needs, but at the same time we should be very careful about the needs of the future generations as well. We should be very careful not only about our needs. Okay, definitely our needs is our priority, it is our first and foremost priority, but we should be thinking and we should be very much careful about the big picture. And what is the big picture, dear students? The big picture is obviously the future generations. Okay, the picture is related with the future generation. We should tactfully use it, and we should be very much careful about the fact that the future generation also needed it. Okay, now I am moving on to the next important segment, man and other living species. Very important, as I already referred to this in my previous class, previous week, that there is a cage in Zambia, in Lusaka. It's an empty cage, there is a mirror inside, and there is a heading. Okay, some sort of a heading outside. There is a placard, you can say. Okay, inside the mirror there is a big, inside the cage there is a mirror, but no creature is there. When you pass by that particular mirror inside the zoo in Lusaka, your image gets reflected, and obviously what is written at the top in a notice board or in a placard, it is written the world's most dangerous animal. So who has been referred as the world's most dangerous animal? It is we human beings. So we have to be very concerned, we have to be very, very careful about how we have to use nature, because being a part of nature, we are the most rational, the most intelligent, and the only schooled creature on the face of the earth. It is our responsibility to protect the environment at any cost. It is our ethical and moral responsibility to protect the environment, to protect the extinct creatures from getting extinct. Okay, to protect those creatures from getting extinct, and also to protect both the plant and the animal kingdom, that is flora and fauna, at the same time. Okay, so let us come to this particular point. See, man has been considered as the most dangerous being on the planet. Yes, we are the most dangerous. Okay, superlative degree has been used. Okay, most dangerous being on the planet. Why? Because the zoo in Lusaka, Zambia, has a cage in which a sign reads the world's most dangerous animal, and one can see a mirror inside. Obviously there is a mirror inside. It gives us a message that human beings are the most dangerous animals on earth. Yes, human beings are the most dangerous. And look at the innovative way how people are made aware of the fact that it is high time that we should protect mother nature, we should protect our environment. How? See, because if we pass by that particular cage, inside the cage, as I referred, there is no animal, just a big mirror. When you pass by the cage, your own image gets reflected, and obviously when you read the message of the placard that is written at the top, the world's most dangerous animal, look at the way it has been innovated. Look at the way the innovation was being done, because the human beings are to be made aware, yes, we are the most rational creatures, we are the most rational animal, at the same time we are the most dangerous animal also. So we must utilize the natural resources in such a way that we are able to fulfill our demands, we are able to fulfill our needs, as well as conserve these resources for the upcoming generation. I underline this one. This is very, very important. We must utilize the natural resources. Okay, we must utilize in such a way that we are able to fulfill our needs, as well as we can conserve these resources for the upcoming generation. Dear students, upcoming generation, by this time you all know about the fact that upcoming generation, I am talking about the future generation. Okay, we should use it tactfully. I am putting stress on this particular term, tactfully. We have to use it very, very tactfully, and at the same time we have to conserve these resources, okay, for the upcoming generation also. Okay, for we have to conserve, we have to preserve it, not for us, for this present generation, definitely we have to preserve it, but also for the future generation, or rather to say for the upcoming generation also, we have to preserve it. Okay, now let us move on, see what is written. People must consider themselves as partners and not as owners of this planet. Very important line. I have already uploaded it in the classroom. You can check it. This material, this content has been given. I will be uploading it in the WhatsApp later in the afternoon. Okay, so you can check it out from there also. So people must consider themselves as partners and not as owners of this planet. Yes, we should consider ourselves as partners, because if we try to compete, or if we try to have a mentality that we are the owners of the planet, ultimately it will lead to our downfall. If we initiate a peaceful coexistence with nature, ultimately it will help in our ultimately it will be beneficial for us. Okay, that is something very important. In actuality, we are partners with millions of creatures of this entire planet. This is something very, very important. We are partners. If we think, if our mentality is that no, we are not partners, we are owners, then ultimately the important thing is that we can't actually preserve the planet. We can't preserve ourselves also. We will be decimated, we will be destroyed, demolished. So what can be done for a peaceful coexistence utilizing the natural resources? Obviously a peaceful coexistence with nature is a must. If we have a peaceful coexistence with nature, then ultimately it will help in our progress, and obviously it will lead to our betterment also. For that reason, we have to take care of the environment surrounding us. We have to take care of the entire planet also. Okay, that is something very, very important. Clear up to this? I am moving on to the text now, because up to this, if the concept is clear only, then only when I will be discussing from the text, it will be very much clear to all of you. Okay, now see, Earth's principal biological system, this part I will be discussing a bit late, but up to this that I have discussed right now with you, I will be dealing with the text, okay, right now. And Earth's principal biological systems I will be discussing a bit later, but up to this that I have discussed, now let me discuss this portion only written in your text as far as the article of Nani Palkhiwala goes. So hereby I am sharing with you the text. Okay, I hope it is visible to all of you. Can you all see it? It is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine, that's good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I have uploaded the text also. If someone requires, you can take it. Okay, you can download it. It is given in PDF file. Okay, PDF version. So see, it is written, the following article was written by Nani Palkhiwala and it was published in the Indian Express on 24th November 1994. So that is the date, and obviously the source of the article has already been given, the Indian Express, as you know, written by Nani Palkhiwala. And remember the issues that he raised related with the declining health of the earth, related with environmental degradation, related with environmental crisis or environment crisis, related with poverty, related with population explosion or overpopulation. Okay, all those factors that he highlighted way back in the early 90s, okay, those have a relevance even now in 2021. It has relevance even now also. Okay, so let us move on. The following article was written by Nani Palkhiwala and published in the Indian Express on 24th November 1994. The issues that he raised regarding the declining health of the earth, it continued to have importance even now also. It continued to have relevance even now also. Okay, relevance means it is now very much effective even now in the 21st century. It has significance, importance even now in 2021 also, but he has written it way back in 1994. Okay, so I hope the introduction part is very much clear to all of you. So I am scrolling down and now I am coming to the textual part. Now each and every line is important, but as I told you all earlier that only the important portions I will be dealing with. I might skip some lines, okay, which are not so important, but the lines which are very, very important, I will be dealing with those things first. Okay, see, now it is written, one cannot recall any movement in world history which has gripped the imagination of the entire human race so completely and so rapidly as the Green Movement, which started nearly 25 years ago. Now, 25 years ago, considering 1994. Okay, 25 years ago, don't consider 2021. 25 years ago, considering the fact that the author had written the article way back in 1994. So this 25 years ago will be related with 1994. Okay, that is related with this 25 years ago is related with the timeline in which the author has written it, that is in 1994. Remember, officially it started way back in the early part of the 1970s. It started in New Zealand. It was known as the Green Movement. It was known as the Green Party. Okay, but the momentum, okay, related with protecting the environment, it started way back in the late 1960s, and from the early 1970s, okay, the first nationwide Green Party was founded in New Zealand. Since then, the movement has not looked back. Since then, the movement is hugely popular. Okay, since then, the movement haven't looked back at all. Okay, now I hope up to this it is clear. Remember 1972, remember Green Movement. When something is related with environment, ecology, it is known as the Green Movement. I hope there is someone. Yes, Neha. Good afternoon, welcome to the class. Okay, now let me move on. Now see, Green Movement, what exactly does Green Movement means? Just now I told you all. Can any one of you say what exactly Green Movement means? Or when you read a term like Green Movement, what comes to your mind automatically? Yes, anyone please? What comes to your mind automatically whenever we talk about Green Movement?
Planting more trees and using organic stuff for crop production so it doesn't damage us.
Yes, absolutely. So you are talking related with agriculture. You are talking about one part of the Green Movement. Definitely, it is also right. But practically, when we talk about Green Movement, what does this term actually signify? Green Movement. What does this term signify? Can any one of you say that one? That what exactly does the Green Movement, what exactly does the term Green Movement signifies? Green. What things comes to your mind when we talk about green? With which thing it is related in our day-to-day life? Green.
So green movement is the production and the use of any environmentally harmless consumer.
Yes, absolutely right. Absolutely right. It is related with nature. Okay, Green Movement means movement in order to protect nature. Movement, obviously, whenever there is a movement, that means what? There is a mass awareness. Okay, yes, definitely you all are correct. Green Movement, movement related with nature, but movement in order to preserve nature. Movement in order to protect nature. That is something very, very important. So let us move on right now. we have shifted. There is a transition. Previously, our mentality was mechanistic. But from a mechanistic viewpoint, we have shifted our mentality to a holistic and ecological one. Holistic, it is related with considering the entire perspective, the overall perspective, okay, global perspective. Ecological, obviously you are all science students, you know it is related with environment and ecology. So now we decided to live in peaceful coexistence with nature, and obviously to tactfully utilize the natural resources, not only in order to cater to our needs, but also in order to cater to the needs of the future generation also. But previously we used to have a very mechanistic view of nature, okay, environment of nature, but now there is a shift, there is a transition in that. It is a shift in human perceptions as revolutionary as that introduced by Copernicus, who taught mankind in the 16th century that the earth and the other planets revolve round the sun. Remember the famous Copernicus laws of planetary motion? I hope in physics you have read about it. Okay, he was the one, and remember in the 16th century his laws related with planetary motion, it was radical, it was something that is hugely popular, it became a path breaking. The theory that he propounded way back in the 16th century, that is famously known as the Copernicus laws of planetary motion, that was phenomenon in itself. It was itself a path-breaking one. Okay, and what he taught mankind? He taught mankind in the 16th century that the earth and the other planets revolve round the sun. We had some other concept. Okay, but what he told, the earth and the other planets revolve round the sun. Okay, it has totally changed our scientific ideology, and that was hugely massive movement. Okay, it was it created a global entire world. Okay, globally they created a worldwide consciousness. Similarly, the green movement also created a worldwide consciousness. See, for the first time in human history, there is a growing worldwide awareness, or we can say a growing worldwide consciousness that the earth itself is a living organism. Yes, a vast living organism. And yes, we should protect it. At any cost, we should protect it. It has its own metabolic needs and vital processes which needs to be respected and preserved. This is something very, very important. Metabolic needs and vital processes, it has to be respected, it has to be preserved. That is something very, very important, because for every living organism, the metabolic needs and vital processes are to be taken care of. And if we consider the entire world as a giant or as a vast living organism, then obviously its metabolic needs and vital processes needs to be taken care of. Because remember, dear students, the title of the chapter is the Ailing planet. If you see very closely, it is not written the healthy planet. That ultimately what does it suggest? It suggests that if we consider the earth as a patient, then obviously the patient is in hospital bed, the patient is in declining health. So it is high time that we should be environmentally and ecologically conscious. The moment we will be environmentally and ecologically conscious, we can protect the environment around us. And it is high time, it is our moral and ethical responsibilities, it is our ethical obligation that we should protect the earth. The earth is like a patient in declining health. It is our responsibility, it is high time that we should be conscious of the environment around us, or rather to say, in other words, we should be environmentally conscious. In that way, because it is our responsibility, we are a part of nature, and not only that, we are the only schooled creature, we are the most intelligent, we are the most rational creature in this world. So it is our ethical responsibility, it is our moral responsibility to be the good stewards of the planet. And not only that, we have to be the responsible trustees of the legacy to the future generation. That means our priority definitely should be the present generation where we are living right now, but obviously we have to look out for the big picture. So randomly we should not overuse or exploit or strip any of the natural resources, because if we do that, then ultimately it will create a big problem, because we have to be answerable to the future generation for all the wrong reasons then. So we should be responsible of how we utilize our natural resources, not only for our own benefit, not only for ourselves, but also we should keep in mind the bigger picture. That means we should keep in mind about the future generation. So tactfully, within a proper limit, we should use our natural resources. Okay. So up to this, it's already time. I hope up to this it is clear to all of you. Is there any doubt at the back of your mind? Any questions you want to ask me related to this, or up to this, whatever I discussed till now? Or is it clear to all of you, dear students? It is clear to all of you up to this? Tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Tomorrow, okay, that's good. That's a very positive feedback. Thank you so much. Tomorrow, I will be discussing from the next paragraph. I will be discussing with you the concept that is related with the equal or equitable or equal distribution or tactful distribution and reutilization and utilization of the natural resources, that was been coined by a term that is known as sustainable development way back in 1987. So tomorrow I will be discussing from the next paragraph. That means I will be discussing from this paragraph the concept of sustainable development from page number 44. Okay, thank you everyone, and have a nice day. Stay safe, and see you all tomorrow. Thank you everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you everyone. Thank you.